two fighters want to fight, they fight. So it was always like, I don't care what nobody say. Gervonta got skills out this world. He's a scary dude. He's scary. Ain't no way he said he's supposed to come back and get Shakur, Devin, Ryan, Teofimo, whoop all these. Now he like, I'm about to retire after I fight Jake. The way that Shakur disrespect him, the way that Devin talked to him, the way that Ryan, he already knocked out Ryan. The way that these dudes be talking, he supposed to come back and get them. He the man, right? He who everybody say is the best. I ain't leaving no food on the table. When I'm done boxing, I'm whooping all these girls. They all getting beat. You said you can beat me? Oh, okay, I'm gonna figure out where to get you.
Claressa Shields unleashes a furious rant blasting Gervonta, Tank Davis for avoiding Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Claressa Shields identifies Stevenson as the one fighter she favors against Davis, citing his style and ring IQ as the key difference. In her view, most opponents eventually fall into Tank's fight, but Stevenson has the tools to stay in control and potentially...
I used to think Devin. I think Devin can outbox Tank, but once Tank catch him, it's gonna be a long night. Long night. But only person I think that can beat him is Shakur.
Taking that further, Claressa Shields breaks down the potential matchup between Stevenson and Davis as a closely contested battle between two elite fighters. While she praises Davis's power and athleticism, she leans towards Stevenson based on the caliber of challenges he has faced and what she has observed from him in high level.
Tank got some great skills and got some hard-ass punches. Like, he's so explosive, but so is Shakur. Shakur has, to me, faced harder challenges than Tank. Like, when you look at the guys who...
Bradley questions why Davis and Stevenson continue to operate on separate paths when a fight between them would answer many of the sport's biggest debates. He argues that the matchup carries enormous value both competitively and commercially, making it one of the most attractive events boxing can offer.
At 140, that seems to be the biggest
I
name.
want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight. We need these top guys out there, man. And that's it. Because we can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, Shakur ain't fight nobody, and Tank ain't fight nobody. Why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other. Bro, that will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Box office, it will sell out like this, like that.
Bro, inside Davis's camp, Calvin Ford identifies Stevenson as the more skilled, pure boxer when comparing him to Devin Haney as a potential opponent for Davis. He points to Stevenson's disciplined style and willingness to prioritize results over spectacle, viewing that as a key part of his...
Hard to fight between Shakur and Devin for Tank.
None of them.
You just same whatever?
None of them. I wouldn't say hard. Shakur, he's the better boxer. That's why I always make this, he would make the fight boring just to win.
Right. Yeah, I think you would too.
Dude, I want to put Youngin in that type of situation.
Even so, Calvin Ford pushes for Davis to face either Haney or Stevenson, arguing that the time has come for the division's biggest names to meet in the ring. He suggests Davis has already signaled his willingness to take those challenges. In Ford's view, the next move belongs to the opposing side if the matchup is going to be...
Listen, a fight with Tank Davis would be massive. And he showed that he says he can pull eyeballs and come watch him fight. Should a Tank Davis-Devin Haney fight be next?
Yeah, it should be. We already called it out. We actually flipped the coin between Devin Haney and Shakur. We don't really care. Everybody was getting on Tank about he never asked for the big fights. If you look at Tank sit there and say the time is now. You know what I'm saying? Them guys is the only guys that are they really willing to take that fight? Are they gonna outprice themselves? Or they're gonna take the fight? I'm old school. If I really think I'm gonna beat somebody, take the money and run with it.
Looking beyond the matchup, Calvin Ford identifies the sport's most significant challenges as Davis's next target. He believes that overcoming elite opposition would transform an already accomplished resume into one that stands above the rest. In his view, those are the fights that define greatness and reshape.
We are working on that we would love to do. Right now, we became the biggest fighter of this era. Once we knock off the two, or one of the two, then we'll be the biggest fighter of this era, of both. Money-wise, fight-wise, knockout-wise, exciting-wise. We want to let the fans.
Likewise, Roy Jones Jr. focuses on a potential showdown between Davis and Stevenson, viewing it as the more compelling matchup at this stage. He points to the contrast between Stevenson's refined boxing ability and Davis's explosive style, creating a clash between two of the division's standout talents. Jones considers the matchup the most compelling option among the division's leading names. Why would you think those two fights would go for Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis Shakur Stevenson? The only fight I want to see right now would be Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Why is that? Because Shakur is still on the winning road on the winning streak, and so is Gervonta. We don't want to see you fight a guy who already lost. I mean, not that he lost, but we don't want to see you fight a guy we saw suffer whatever he suffered. Once you fight a guy that you know is at the peak. Devin Haney is now trying to refine himself. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see somebody that know where he at. Shakur know where he at. Once Devin finds himself, then we'll see that fight too. But right now Shakur know where he at. Devin ain't sure where he at. From a stylistic standpoint, Roy Jones Jr. views a potential clash between Davis and Stevenson as one of the toughest fights to call in boxing. He highlights Stevenson's ability to manage range and dictate the pace of a fight from the outside while acknowledging Davis's unique ability to change a fight with a single moment. Jones sees the contrast in styles as a major reason why the matchup continues to capture so much attention. Shakur Stevenson will be a problem for anybody because of that back foot game. He has an awesome back foot game. And when you got a good back foot game like that, and you understand boxing like he understands it, he going to make it rough for anybody. But Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight that everybody want to see. We can't just look at it and say, oh, he going to win or he going to win. No. We already know that Shakur going to stay back. Tank going to gamble some to get what he want, and that's going to make it be. You think Gervonta Davis can knock him out? Maybe. Adding to the discussion, Mike Tyson places Davis in a category of his own, highlighting the impact and intensity he brings when fully locked in. While he respects the technical abilities of Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, Tyson points to Davis as a fighter whose raw effectiveness makes him a different kind of threat. He's a great fighter. You know something when he's serious about it. I don't know if he's as serious as he used to be. When he was serious, he was a hell of a fighter that nobody came close. He's the only one I gave a chance against. Shakur and that guy Keyshawn Davis, that scary fighter too. Because he's a sophisticated, other guy is sophisticated than me, but Tank is yet the force of nature. You just got to give him the credit, even though he talks tough. He thinks he's the man. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith questions Haney's chances against Davis, pointing to defensive vulnerabilities that could become a major issue in that matchup. He argues that Haney absorbs too many clean shots, a flaw that would be far more costly against a puncher of Davis's caliber. For Haney, it's a stylistic concern that could prove decisive if the fight ever happens. And I look at Haney and I'm like this: you don't want no parts of Gervonta Davis. You want to stay away from that, brother, because Haney gets hit too much. And you can't do that against Tank Davis. You can't do it. That's going to be a problem. And then I saw him, I think it was Adrian Broner, but I'm not sure. Furthermore, Stephen A. Smith references a past sparring story to highlight the danger Davis presents when opportunities arise. He argues that situations that can be stopped or reset in training take on a completely different meaning in a real fight, where Davis has the power and instincts to saw Gervonta and Haney spar. And he talked about how Gervonta hit him once, and they had to jump into the ring to stop Haney from getting hurt because Gervonta, hit him. And then after that, it was on.